Wasn't that fun? Let's try something else.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mixed Reviews. I'm Taryn. Got your boy CJ down there. We are finishing up the last of our reviews for this week with Dr. Dre. What's the difference? Featuring who else? Exhibit and who?
Eminem, I think is on here.
Okay. All right. And
So
this
it's
is
Dr. Dre,
2001.
Exhibit.
Or is that the name
Yeah,
of the album? Or both?
yeah, Chronic 2001.
Okay.
This was because he had the Chronic was his first album.
Yeah, you were mentioning the
Yeah,
Chronic before. So
yeah.
is this like, would you say this is like his like best album, like solo album?
Well, a lot of people would say the Chronic is his best album. This is the
Okay.
Chronic 2001.
Okay. So this is
This is this is the later Dre. This album to me
how much later
was
is this?
from the Chronic. The Chronic was 92, 3,
Something
something
like
like that.
that? Okay. So this is like a good
So
decade
around that
later,
time, I think, yeah, the
almost.
Chronic was, yeah, so about a decade later. I want to say the Chronic was like 90, 91, 92, somewhere 92, 93, somewhere around that
Early
time.
90s.
Early 90s. Early 90s when the Chronic came out. No, yeah, it had to be like 1990, I think, because uh Doggy Style was 93. Oh man, I can't. Anyway, so early 90s. So,
I
and then
got you.
this is early 2000. I think he dropped it in 2000, but he called it Chronic 2001. Um, but yeah, this is like, to me, it was just a
I like
mix.
how that's pretty fucking like interesting, cuz like, back then, if that is how it was, then you would have seen it as like right when it came out, you would have been like, oh, like it's like an album from the future,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now it's like, oh, this shit's like 20 years old.
Yeah, yeah. It was kind of like, how cars like the 2021 and come out at the end of 2020 or some, so it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's kind of like that kind of deal.
Isn't that how
But
the Madden games are too? Something like that.
yeah, the Madden is just like that. 2K is just like we're getting ready to get 2K21 next month.
Yeah. That doesn't. Why?
So yeah, that's just how it goes. I guess this was kind of like maybe it has something to do why he named it that, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean this whole album was just a mix of that old Chronic Dre with the new Dre, and he just kind of like put it all together. And this song is my personal favorite song off the Chronic 2001 album. Um, Most people would say the next episode, which everybody know that one. That's the one smoke weed every day at the end. Everybody know that song.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, this is another song off that same album that I like.
All
And I
right.
think this is like
I'm cool with
one
that.
of my
Let's hear
favorite
it. Let's
Dr.
hear it.
Dre beats. One of my favorite Dr. Dre beats of all time. Let us beat.
What's the difference between me and you? Me and you. Me and you. What's the difference between me and you? Me and you. Me and you. Back when Q was rolling with Lorenzo in a Benzo, I was banging with a gang of instrumentals. Got the pens and pencils, got down to business. But sometimes the business end of this shit can turn your friends against you. But you was a real nigga, I could sense it in you. I still remember the window of the car that you went through. That's fucked up, but I'll never forget the shit we've been through. And I'ma do whatever it takes to convince you. Cause you my nigga, Doc, and easy, I'm still with you. Fuck the beef, nigga, I miss you, and that's just being real with you. You see, the truth is, everybody wanna know how close me and Snoop is, and who I'm still cool with. Then I got these fake ass niggas I first flew with, claiming they non-violent, talking like they spit venom in interviews, speaking on reunions, move units, then talk shit, and we can do this. Until then, I ain't even even speaking your name. Just keep my name out of your mouth and we can keep it the same, nigga. It ain't that I'm too big to listen to the rumors. It's just that I'm too damn big to pay attention to them. That's the difference.
What's the difference between me and you? You talk a good one, but you don't do what you're supposed to do. I act on what I feel and never deal with emotions. I'm used to living big dog style with straight coaches. What's the difference between me and you? You talk a good one, but you don't do what you're supposed to do. I act on what I feel and never deal with emotions. I'm used to living big dog style with straight coaches.
Yo, I stay with it while you try to perpetrate and play with it. Never knew about the next level until Dre did it. I stay committed while you motherfuckers babysit it. I smash the critics like an overhand right from Riddick. Come and get it, shitted on villains by the millions. I be catching bitches while bitches be catching feelings. So what the fuck am I supposed to do? I pop bottles and hot hollow points at each and all of you. Come on, a heartless bastard, high and plastic. My style is like the reaction from too much acid. Never come down, pass it around, you can't handle it. Hang Hollywood niggas by they soul trade laminates. What's the difference between me and you? About 5 bank accounts, 3 ounces and 2 vehicles. Until my death, I'm Bangladesh. I suggest you hold your breath till ain't none left. Yo, that's the difference.
What's the difference between me and you? You talk a good one, but you don't do what you're supposed to do. I act on what I feel and never deal with emotions. I'm used to living big dog style with straight coaches. What's the difference between me and you? You talk a good one, but you don't do what you're supposed to do. I act on what I feel and never deal with emotions. I'm used to living big dog style.
Alright, hold up. Stop the beat a minute. I got something to say. Dre, I wanna tell you this shit right now. While this fucking weed is in me. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I love you, dog. I got your motherfucking back.
Right.
Just know this shit.
Slim, I don't know if you noticed it, but I've had your back from day one, nigga. Let's blow this bitch.
I mean it, dog. You ever need somebody off? Whose throat is it?
Well, if you ever kill that Kim bitch, I'll show you where the ocean is.
Well, that's cool, and I appreciate the offer. But if I do decide to really murder my daughter's mama, I'ma sit her up in the front seat and put sunglasses on her and cruise around with her for 7 hours to California and have her waving at people. Then drop her off on the corner at the police station and drive off honking the horn for her. Raw dog, get your arm gnawed off. Drop the sword off and beat you with the piece of a sword off. Fuck blood, I wanna see some lungs coughed up. Get shot up in the hot tub till the bubbles pop up and their nose and cough snot up. Mucus and hot water. That's for trying to talk like the chronic was lost product. That's for even thinking of having them thoughts thought up. You better show some respect whenever the doc's brought up. So what's the difference between us? We can start at the penis, or we can scream, I just don't give a fuck and see who means it.
What's the difference between me and you? You talk a good one, but you don't do what you're supposed to do. I act on what I feel and never deal with emotions. I'm used to living big dog style with straight coaches. What's the difference between me and you? You talk a good one, but you don't do what you're supposed to do. I act on what I feel and never deal with emotions. I'm used to living big dog style with straight coaches. What's the difference between me and you?
Damn.
Yep.
I wasn't expecting it to end there like that. I thought it was gonna go on for a little longer. It's kind of like it felt like it just like ended all of a sudden. It was kind of like the last song for Metallica that we did. It's kind of like
It's,
ended.
Well, if you play the full album, it's like I'm pretty sure it's a little skip that starts the next song after that.
It goes like into it.
Yeah.
It was I liked it. I mean the video was like, or not video, but the beat was like, it almost had like old school, like I don't know how to explain it. It was almost like the music I would expect to hear in like a Halloween special. Does that make sense? Like that, that kind of wee 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 like that. It just had a very like Halloween vibe to it for me, almost. Like it wasn't bad. Like it just kind of what it made me think of. I was like, it has a very like. I liked.
I could definitely see that.
Exhibit, man. I forgot he even existed, dude.
Yeah. He had a nice little verse on there, though, right?
Yeah, bro. All I know him for is fucking souping up people's cars. Man, honestly, they need to bring that show back. Why isn't that a Netflix show,
bro? Why?
That would be like the best Netflix show ever.
My old car could have been on Pimp My Ride.
Bro, my car now could be on Pimp My Ride.
Man,
They need to bring that shit back. That would be great.
yeah, Exhibit, come back, man. We need Pimp My Ride back. If y'all want me to be the
Or,
host, West Coast
bro,
Customs,
it
I'll
didn't
do
even
it.
need to, like, bro, get like Lil Dicky or something. Lil Dicky going around pimping people's rides or some shit. Like,
Man.
bro, that alone would be like hilarious. Like
Yeah,
watching him fucking clown on people.
Lil Dicky is a funny character, bro. Like, and he'd be perfect for something like that. Like,
See, I feel like
yeah,
he's too like mellow though, like in person. Like he doesn't really like. I don't think he'd like make
yeah,
fun of people. We need somebody that's gonna be like
yeah.
that's not
Exhibit was
not
making fun of
afraid.
people.
Yeah, we need somebody that's not afraid to kind of be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, bro, you're gonna kill somebody like driving this car. Like, we need somebody like that.
Yeah, yeah,
But hell yeah, man, I like the song. I think,
yeah.
uh, yeah, my it's hard for me to. I think my favorite was probably was it In the Boulevard or Boulevard something.
On the boulevard, on the
Yeah.
boulevard.
Yeah, I liked that one
Yeah.
a lot. Because that one like really caught me off guard. That one was very different from a lot of the other
And
stuff
that's
I've
why
heard, and I
I
liked that
wanted to
one.
get that one in there because I kind of wanted to show Dre's range. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, it wasn't just the hardcore shit. Like, he had some stuff like that that was like
Real
they would call
kind
like
of experiments.
P-funk. Like, it was
Yeah, it was.
funky.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. It was nice. Yeah,
And
and
I
the
like
one
that.
right
Like,
after
that's
that
my
too was
type.
good.
Yeah, that's my type. Like, I like that stuff. Like, a lot of people don't really, it's on the fence for most people, but me, I highly enjoyed it. Like, that was
I
one of my favorite songs.
I think I like his rapping definitely improved. I think like as like it went on, like you could tell like his older stuff like to his new stuff, like it felt like
Yeah.
his rapping was a lot better. And I
And
think
that's
for
just because lyricism became more important in
right.
that time too. Like in the early 2000s, lyricism became a lot. What you were saying mattered a little bit more than
Than it did
you
before.
know than it did in the 90s, especially when they was making the Chronic and Doggy Style because that was more light-hearted music than what they had been normally making. So
Well, and I think
at the time, the words
for me
wasn't
too,
the music was more important than the words.
uh I think with for me like a lot of the more like modern stuff that you show me like post like 2000s, I think I'll end up liking a lot more, just because like production, like the level of production that has started going into
Hmm.
music as like, and not just because they not necessarily effort wise, but just like in terms of like especially when it comes to beat making, like
Hmm.
a lot of that is like, programs and things like
Hmm.
that. And so like I think like with the introduction of more and more of that stuff, like you've seen it, like I mean even to
Yeah.
I feel like with rock music, like the production has gotten better, but the it can only be so good because it's more of just, are you recording the fucking instrument that they're playing well? Like,
Mhm.
but
Right.
whereas the like with the other side of that, I think like there's a lot more effects and ambiance and like extra shit
Right.
you can add into a beat now that you couldn't back then with the old school beats, which were like 8 tracks and fucking, they had like an
Right.
actual synthesizer sitting there going me no nee
Right.
no nee no nee no no nee, like like it. Whereas now it's like it's mostly all programs and stuff. They're all doing it on
Yeah.
a fucking computer nowadays.
Yeah. So now they experimenting with more stuff. We got more stuff to experiment with.
Oh yeah.
More sounds, more just genre. What I do?
You're sideways. All right. Well, everybody, thanks for joining on this long ride. If you did, I guess I've been contemplating, maybe doing like some viewer request videos like on the weekends or whatever, maybe. You know, just kind of depends how we're feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully we'll keep a fairly consistent-ish schedule and try to keep uploading. So stay tuned
Yeah,
for
just
more
keep
reactions. Peace.